Eli was lost. He had been battling addiction for years. Drugs and alcohol had taken over his life. They were his only companions. He had pushed away his family and friends. He felt alone. Every day was a struggle. Eli would wake up feeling empty. The guilt and shame were overwhelming. He wanted to stop, but the addiction was too strong. He couldn't break free. He was trapped in a dark and lonely place. Eli wandered aimlessly through the streets. He had lost everything that mattered, his job, his home, his dignity, all gone. He had hit rock bottom. He didn't know how to get up. One cold evening, Eli stumbled through the park, his breath visible in the chilly air. He was tired and hungry, his stomach growling with each step. Despair washed over him like an unending tide. As he sank onto a bench, feeling the weight of the world on his shoulders, he heard a faint whimper. A small, scared dog was huddled nearby, shivering in the cold. The dog was skinny and dirty, its fur matted and tangled from neglect. It looked at Eli with sad, pleading eyes, as if begging for a chance. Eli, lost in his own pain and sorrow, tried to ignore it, focusing on his own troubles. But the dog nudged his hand tentatively, its touch gentle yet insistent. It was looking for help, for someone to care. Eli looked into the dog's eyes, seeing a depth of emotion he hadn't expected. He saw a reflection of himself, lost, alone, and afraid. He couldn't turn away from the silent plea. He knew what it was like to need someone, to crave a connection. Eli reached out and gently petted the dog, feeling its warmth against his hand. It leaned into his touch, seeking comfort and offering it in return. In that moment, something shifted inside Eli. A spark of empathy ignited. He felt a glimmer of hope, a connection that bridged their loneliness. He decided to call the dog Hope, a name that symbolized the new beginning for both of them. Hope became Eli's reason to fight. He knew he had to take care of her. He couldn't let her down like he had let down everyone else. Hope gave him a reason to get up in the morning. Eli started taking small steps. He started eating regularly again. He would take Hope for walks in the park. The fresh air and exercise made him feel better. He was starting to feel stronger. He knew he had to address his addiction. He checked himself into a rehab facility. It was the hardest thing he had ever done, but he was determined to get better for himself, for Hope. Section 4. Facing Demons. Rehab was a roller coaster, filled with unexpected twists and turns. There were good days when Eli felt hopeful and bad days when despair took over. Eli struggled intensely with cravings and withdrawal symptoms that seemed never-ending. Many times he felt like giving up, the weight of his addiction pressing down on him. But then he would think of Hope, his partner, waiting for him with unwavering faith. Her unconditional love and support gave him the strength to keep going, even on the darkest days. He attended therapy sessions regularly. In these sessions, he opened up about his pain, his guilt, and his deepest fears. It was a painful process, but it was necessary for his healing and recovery. He learned various coping mechanisms to deal with his triggers and stress. Slowly, he started to believe in himself again, celebrating small victories along the way. After months of hard work and dedication, Eli completed rehab. He was finally clean, but he knew that the fight against addiction wasn't over. It was a lifelong battle. He had to stay vigilant, taking it one day at a time, always aware of the challenges ahead. He found solace in the support group where he met others who understood his journey. They helped him stay accountable and provided the encouragement he needed. With their support, he was building a new life, a better life filled with hope and possibilities. Section 5. A New Purpose. Eli wanted to give back to the community in a meaningful way. He had been given a second chance at life, and he didn't want to waste it. He spent many days reflecting on how he could make a difference. Eventually, he decided to get a job at the local animal shelter, a place where he felt he could truly make an impact. Eli wanted to help animals find loving homes, just like he had found Hope, his own rescue dog who had changed his life. He quickly discovered that he was good at his job, excelling in every task he took on. His patience and compassion made him a favorite among the animals and his colleagues. Eli understood what the animals were going through, having faced his own struggles and hardships. He gave them the love and care they needed, ensuring they felt safe and cherished. Through his efforts, he helped countless animals find their forever families, bringing joy to both the pets and their new owners. Eli found his purpose in helping others, and it brought him immense satisfaction. He became an inspiration to everyone he met, showing that change was possible. Through his story, he showed people that it was possible to overcome even the toughest challenges and come out stronger. Eli was living proof that redemption was possible, and his journey inspired many to find their own purpose. Section 6. Redemption Found. Years later, Eli was a different man. He was sober, healthy, and happy. He had rebuilt his life. He had a loving partner and a close circle of friends. He was grateful for every day. Hope was still by his side, her tail wagging constantly. She was a constant reminder of how far he had come. She was his best friend, his confidant, his furry guardian angel. Eli's journey was a testament to the power of love, hope, and second chances. He had found redemption in the most unexpected place, in the love of a stray dog named Hope.